Our story begins thousands of years ago. Archaeological evidence suggests that magic mushrooms were used in ancient rituals as far back as 9,000 years ago in the Sahara Desert. These fungi, known for their psychoactive properties, were not just consumed for recreation, but held deep spiritual significance. In Mesoamerica, the Aztecs referred to them as Tinanikitl, meaning flesh of the gods. They believed these mushrooms allowed them to communicate with their deities and gain profound insights during their religious ceremonies. Similarly, the Mayans used them in their sacred rituals to connect with the spiritual world, seeking guidance and healing. Magic mushrooms played a crucial role in their culture, often depicted in their art and hieroglyphs, highlighting their importance. The use of these mushrooms wasn't confined to Mesoamerica. In ancient Siberia, shamans consumed Amanita muscaria, the iconic red and white mushroom, to enter trance states and perform spiritual journeys. These mushrooms were considered a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. The shaman's use of these mushrooms was not just for personal spiritual experiences, but also for community healing and divination practices, where they would seek answers from the spirit world for their people. In Europe, magic mushrooms were often linked to fairy tales and myths. They were believed to be the food of fairies and other mystical creatures, often associated with magical transformations and otherworldly experiences. In the Nordic and Celtic traditions, stories of magical beings consuming mushrooms to gain extraordinary powers were common. These tales contributed to the mystique and allure of these fungi, embedding them deeply into the cultural fabric of these regions. Fast forward to the 20th century, and magic mushrooms were rediscovered by the Western world. In 1955, R. Gordon Wasson, an American banker and ethnomycologist, participated in a traditional mushroom ceremony in Mexico. His account, published in Life magazine, sparked widespread interest and led to further scientific exploration. Wasson's journey marked the beginning of a new era of psychedelic exploration. He meticulously documented his experiences, bringing the ancient practice into the modern scientific discourse. Albert Hofmann, the Swiss chemist who first synthesized LSD, later isolated psilocybin, the active compound in magic mushrooms. This discovery opened the door to extensive research into their effects and potential uses. Hofmann's work laid the foundation for understanding how psilocybin interacts with the human brain, influencing perception, mood, and cognition. His pioneering research provided the scientific community with valuable insights into the potential therapeutic uses of these substances. The 1960s saw a surge in psychedelic research, with studies exploring the therapeutic potential of magic mushrooms. Researchers found that psilocybin could induce profound changes in consciousness, offering new perspectives on mental health treatment. Institutions like Harvard and Johns Hopkins began conducting studies, revealing that psilocybin had the potential to alleviate symptoms of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. These early studies, though controversial, demonstrated the powerful effects of psychedelics on the human psyche. Recent studies have shown promising results in using psilocybin to treat conditions such as depression, anxiety, PTSD, and addiction. The compound appears to help reset the brain, offering lasting benefits after just a few guided sessions. Psilocybin-assisted therapy has shown significant promise, providing relief for patients who have not responded to traditional treatments. With ongoing research, magic mushrooms are gradually gaining recognition as a valuable tool in modern medicine. Institutions are now expanding their studies, exploring the mechanisms through which psilocybin can facilitate profound psychological and emotional healing. The mechanisms through which psilocybin operates are fascinating. When ingested, psilocybin is converted into psilocin, which interacts with serotonin receptors in the brain. This interaction can lead to altered perception, mood changes, and a sense of expanded consciousness. Brain imaging studies have shown that psilocybin can reduce activity in the default mode network, a brain network associated with self-referential thoughts and the sense of ego. This reduction can lead to a feeling of interconnectedness and unity, which many users describe as a spiritual or mystical experience. Despite their potential benefits, magic mushrooms remain a subject of controversy. They are classified as illegal substances in many countries, including the United States, where they are listed as Schedule I drugs. However, some places, like Oregon and certain cities in California, have decriminalized their use, reflecting a growing shift in public perception. This decriminalization movement has been driven by grassroots advocacy, emphasizing the potential benefits of psilocybin and the need for reforming outdated drug laws. The debate continues, with advocates highlighting their therapeutic potential and opponents raising concerns about misuse and safety. The resurgence of interest in psychedelic therapy has sparked discussions on how to safely integrate these substances into mainstream medicine. As research progresses, the legal landscape is likely to evolve, potentially paving the way for broader acceptance and medical use. Regulatory bodies are now faced with the challenge of balancing public safety with the emerging scientific evidence supporting the therapeutic use of magic mushrooms. One of the key figures in the modern study of magic mushrooms is Dr. Roland Griffiths at Johns Hopkins University. His research has focused on the effects of psilocybin on anxiety and depression in cancer patients, as well as its potential to help people quit smoking. The results of his studies have been promising, showing significant improvements in mood and reduction in anxiety, as well as high rates of smoking cessation. The potential of psilocybin to treat mental health disorders is also being explored by other institutions. For example, Imperial College London has conducted studies showing that psilocybin can lead to significant reductions in depressive symptoms in patients with treatment-resistant depression. These studies are crucial as they pave the way for larger clinical trials and potential changes in drug policy. Magic mushrooms have also inspired various cultural and artistic expressions. The counterculture movement of the 1960s, particularly the hippie movement, embraced psychedelics as tools for expanding consciousness and exploring new ways of thinking. This period saw an explosion of psychedelic art and music, with bands like the Beatles, the Grateful Dead, and Pink Floyd incorporating psychedelic themes into their work. However, it's important to note the potential risks and challenges associated with magic mushroom use. While they are generally considered to have a low potential for addiction, the experience can be intense and unpredictable. Some users may experience anxiety, paranoia, or distressing hallucinations, particularly in an uncontrolled or unsupported environment. This underscores the importance of using these substances responsibly and ideally within a therapeutic or guided context. The journey of magic mushrooms from ancient rituals to modern medicine illustrates the cyclical nature of discovery. Once revered for spiritual significance, then forgotten, and now rediscovered for therapeutic benefits, they remind us of the interconnectedness of history, culture, and science. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Stay curious.